What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So I just thought I would show you guys how I edit my Instagram pictures using two apps, Snapseed and VSCO. VSCO, VSCO, I don't know. I've never had the official way of saying it, but usually I just say VSCO. I don't know if it's right, but these are my two favorite apps that I absolutely love for editing. There are a lot of functions on Snapseed that can basically like transform the entire photo, and I like VSCO just because that's when the filters come in. But basically, I'm just going to show you guys how I changed this photo into this photo. I know they're so different. The lighting situation at that time was so bad, but I like the composition of it. It now looks like this really vibrant photo. There's a lot of character in it. There's a lot going on that I really like. Because I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram, but you should. But I have a pretty colorful feed. I really enjoy picking out colors and making them pop. That's just how I like my feed. Of course, if you have a different theme, other things will work for you. I believe the best way to edit photos is that you take the picture that you like and you basically change up the levels, switch up the saturation or the contrast, or just play around with the dials until you get it to look as best as it can, and then you apply the filter on top. That's why I use Snapseed first, and then I take it onto VSCO, and that's where I apply the filter on top. So yeah, enough of the babbling. I'm just going to show you guys exactly what I do. So I zoom in and see clearly I'm really dark. It's not flattering on my actual skin tone. The composition was cool, and I feel like that's really important if you're trying to get a picture. Like, sure, the lighting might not be on your side, but I think it's really important that you get the composition because you can't really fix that. So to fix that, the first thing I do is basically tune the image a little bit. So just up the brightness, and I really like using the ambience feature, I guess. Okay, if I turn the ambience down, you can see that I clearly look really dark. But if I up it up a little bit, I start to look a little bit more noticeable, and that's the goal, especially because this picture in particular, I'm really dark. I think here is good. Why I really like Snapseed is because they have a selective feature where I can basically choose a specific point. Like I said, I'm basically the darkest thing in this photo, so I'm just gonna highlight maybe around my tummy area, somewhere here, and basically just change the brightness a little bit. See? You know, I'm starting to look a little bit better, so I can change the contrast. See, it's already looking way better. Maybe the saturation just a little bit, because clearly I have brown skin, but this picture makes me look like I'm so dull and dead. So already the picture looks pretty good. I personally like my pictures to have a little bit more contrast. So basically I like to up the contrast a little bit, and I've noticed when I do that, I get a bit darker, so I increase the brightness. So highlights is also a really important one, especially if you want your whites to pop. So I'm just gonna increase the highlights a little bit. See, that's looking so much better already. Shadows, if I want it to be a bit darker, I'll increase the shadows a little bit here. I think that looks pretty good. Warmth is another good thing if you want your picture to be really warm. But I like my pictures to be really neutral, so I'm just gonna maybe increase the warmth just a little bit. So yeah, that was the picture before, and that was after. Picture, I feel like it looks pretty good just as it's on its own. And then now I move on to the VSCO app. So basically VSCO has a lot of filters, but you do have to pay for some of them. I go in between two filters most of the time, either A2, A6, C1, C6, no, not C6, C something, one of these C's, C2. But I think for this picture, I really like what C1 does with the blues. Like they turn the blues into teals, which I really like. So we're just gonna do C1 a bit, but still, I don't like what it's doing to my skin, and that could be improved. So what I do is go into the split tone. So I click on orange shadow, and as you can see, I'm starting to look a little bit more golden, or I'm looking like I actually have color in my skin, so I increase that. Yeah, I think it's like way more flattering. And you know what, sometimes I actually finish the picture and then go back to Snapseed just because they have so many other features that this app doesn't. So it really just depends, but for now I'm kind of happy with this. I'm just gonna increase the contrast just a little bit. And yeah, I mean, that's about it. This is the picture before, and this was the picture after. And I definitely look like I have some melanin in my skin, like I'm looking a little bit glowy, and I'm not in shadow. And yeah, I mean, that is it. Those are the two apps that I love to use. They're both available on Android and iPhone, so it doesn't matter what type of phone you have, you can still get these apps to edit your photos. And yeah, I mean, that's basically how I do it. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this. Enjoy the rest of your week, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.